That's actually, we're going to be setting up our remarketing pixels, tracking all of that good stuff in just a second here. And let's see. Arthur's saying I have a lead magnet, 7-day follow-up template built into Aweber. Yeah, that's totally fine. I used to use Aweber all the time. People to get the 7-day follow-up template, sign up for an Aweber account for free. What would your ideal targeting be for that? So we can talk about that, but basically people who are looking to add email marketing into their business, right? So you can actually target people who are shopping for like SEO and SEM services for their business. You can target people who have just started a business as well. And I'll show you how to do all that today. But long story short, you can be like, hey, as a brand new business owner, you know how important it is to generate leads that you can follow up with and make sales, right? The only problem is a lot of people don't know how to do that. And writing emails can be hard, but I have a proven 7-day email follow-up template that's going to allow you to follow up with your, your ideal buyers or your leads, turn them into buyers. And all you have to do, it's a one-click import, blah, blah, blah. Click the link on this video and tell me where to send the follow-up template, right? So something I might do is kind of that's exactly what I would do, right? And then I would have them opt in, and then I wouldn't mention in the front end that like, hey, you have to sign up for Aweber or whatever, but just like kind of have a video on the thank you page. It's like, hey, look, you got the templates. Here's exactly what they look like, and here's how you get them, right? So that's kind of what I would do there. I mean, oh yeah, it is a lead. You said it's a lead magnet. No, I was like, that is already a lead magnet. But yeah, and then the cool thing is, with that, you can then follow up with additional offers as well. So you've got people that are interested in marketing their business, right? Or that are doing follow-up emails. There are so many other things that you can promote to them, because anybody that's doing email marketing, they're going to be interested in Facebook marketing, YouTube, Instagram. There's so many products out there that you can find, different softwares, like, hey, here's how you make reels for your business or whatever it might be. And there's a lot of really cool stuff you can do there. But yeah, your ideal target would probably be like people starting businesses. You can also hit people who are in the market for specific products or services, and I'll show you how to do that today as well. But we can target people who are in the market for email marketing services, right? Things like that. So, how can I separate my YouTube channel from my personal so I don't have my name connected to my business? Just start a business one, basically. So, pretty simple stuff. Yeah, and I'm gonna run through Limitless Authority in like 2 seconds here, George. Key number 3. What was key number 3? Number 1 was solve a problem. Number 2 was make it exclusive. Number 3 was, I got blurry. Let me just review my notes here. Oh, yeah, I got distracted. So number 3, you want to show them what's next, right? And that's basically on your thank you page or something like that. So key number 3 is once you deliver that lead magnet, be like, hey, this is the first step to, X, Y, and Z. If you want to take step number 2, then you're going to want to check out Video Ad Vault or whatever, right? And you basically just tie your offer into, cool, you got the first part done. Here's the next part. So that was key number 3. Good question, Gus, because I totally, with the whole blurry thing, it threw me off. So cool. All right. So I think we're good on the break here. It's been a little bit longer, but all good. So let's go ahead and dive right back in. And we want to, here's another question from Richard. Let's say I'm promoting a weight loss and self-help offer on ClickBank. What can I offer as a lead magnet? A lot of stuff. Diet plans. If you're doing a weight loss offer, diet plans. If you're promoting a self-help offer, you can offer anything from, 5, obviously self-help. There's like one of the big things people probably deal with is being stuck, feeling whatever. So like, hey, here's 5 exercises you can do to help you get out of a rut and get more motivated, right? Just something along those lines. A lot of times if they're ClickBank offers, they're going to have lead magnets for you as well that you can kind of promote. So, cool. All right, sweet. So now that we have our, let me just share my screen real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Share screen. Here it is. Cool. All right. So now that we have our lead magnet figured out, right here, what exactly are we going to offer? It's time to build that page out and actually get things going. So I've got a couple things I want to drop for everybody real quick. Number one, I've got a, let's see here. Here's I think this is a 60-day trial right here to Limitless Authority, right? So basically, what you saw over here, this is a funnel building software. It's a white labeled version of Go High Level. You can build your landing pages on whatever you'd like, but Limitless Authority, that's a free 60-day trial. This also does email marketing. So I dropped that link in there for everybody. Feel free. Oops, I dropped it to Tim, not to everybody. Hold on. Okay. Boom. There it is. So basically we set up a special, so it's a 14-day trial. Oh no, never mind. 60 days. So basically, what you can do here is you can jump on over to limitlessauthority.com. Let me drop this in here real quick. So here we go. So here's limitlessauthority.com. Boom. I was not supposed to drop that 60-day link, but you're supposed to get a 14-day trial. I did drop the 60-day link, so just a heads up, a little bit of bonus there. You can fill that out, get 60 days. But anyway, so this is good for 14 days, and then obviously you can upgrade to 60 for free. So basically, this is a funnel builder. It's going to allow you to build all of these funnels like you see in here and actually collect those emails. And I have a bunch of templates. If you sign up for this, I'll get you those templates, all that good stuff. We can zap them into your account, but we'll do that, after this, so we don't, wait, I have a whole document we'll send you. So that being said, it's time to actually craft our landing page, right? So we can come over here. And let's just talk a little bit about how all this works, right? So we've got our lead magnet. We know what it is we're going to offer, right? Now we have to figure out how are we going to actually convert that viewer into a buyer, right? Or into an opt-in, right? So basically, we have all these templates in here. You can get them up and going. We'll talk about tracking, all that good stuff. But, I like to lead with like one benefit and what they're going to get for it. You don't want to make your landing page too confusing, right? You want to say something along the lines of, one problem, one solution, right? So this is a free YouTube ad software. It's one thing, and it creates swipe files with a single click, right? That is it. You can save ads and landing pages, and it allows you to quickly and easily do this, create a swipe file, get functionality, blah, 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 right? So obviously, writing copy is a skill, right? It's something that you need to hone, get into. So ChatGPT absolutely rules, right? And so I actually put together an Advantage Protocol headline helper. So I'm going to share this with everybody real quick. I got the link right here. Let me see here. Let me just copy this for everybody. So I'm going to drop this in the chat. This is a custom GPT. So essentially what I did is I trained this, and this is a bonus that you get with one of our courses, but I just want to throw it out for everybody. But I basically trained this on a bunch of high converting landing pages. And here's a couple of things to kind of help you get the juices flowing when it comes to your headline, because the headline's the most important part on your opt-in page, right? So you just click that and it says, hey, let's help you craft the perfect headline and subheadline. I need a couple of details. So I dropped that in there. Everybody can click that, add it to their Chat GPT thing, and let's get going here. So basically, like, who is your target market? Who's your ideal audience, right? So I'm going to say number one is YouTube advertisers and marketers that need or that use paid traffic, right? That's number one. Number two, what's the pressing problem? Saving YouTube ads requires a lot of steps, right? And there isn't an easy way to do it with a single click. Right? Number three, what is the primary promise? So they're going to get a free piece of software. Instantly, I can't spell, save YouTube ads with a click of a mouse. Right? Number four, and obviously the more detailed you can get, the better. What makes this offer different? It is free forever. And number five, you don't have to put proof. You don't have to put proof, right? So there we go. That's all. If you have testimonials, cool, plug them in, whatever. And if you're promoting like an affiliate offer or something, I just go to the sales page and I just snag testimonials and stuff like that, right? So this is going to spit out a bunch of awesome ideas for us. Advantage Protocol Headline Helper is free. All you have to do is just add it to your ChatGPT, and then I like to pin it. You can just save it to your sidebar. I think you go here and okay, yeah. So it's in my sidebar, so it's just like yes, save it here, right? Here we go. So this is spitting out a bunch of headlines and subheadlines. ChatGPT is awesome for this. It absolutely rules. So it's given me a bunch of different ideas, right? Save any YouTube ad instantly, no more complicated workarounds, one click to save any YouTube ad. So I read through these and I'm like, okay, what can we do here, right? All that good stuff. Marketers, save YouTube ads instantly and steady winning campaigns. That's a pretty good one, right? Would you like me to apply these into proven ad templates and optimize them further? Yes, please. I always tell my ChatGPT, please, just in case the robots come back. I don't want that happening. I want them to be nice to me. So here we go. So this is basically going to put these together in a problem solution template, a curiosity driven template. So there's a bunch of ones that I have kind of programmed behind the scenes that, direct benefit, right? And so it's like headline, subheadline, right? So let's see here. Here we go. You won't believe how easy it is to save any YouTube ads now. Marketers are raving about this free tool that lets you save any YouTube ad with a single click, right? So pretty cool stuff. These are worth testing, right? What if you could save any YouTube ad instantly with just one click? Now you can download this free tool and start capturing ads effortlessly, right? So a lot of different stuff like that. Pretty simple to do, and it spits out like a bunch of different things, and then you can refine them further, specific tones, preferences, whatever. But I don't want to get too into this, but basically once we get our lead magnet ready, the next thing that I like to do is find one of these headlines that's going to work. And you can split test these. And let's see, struggling to save YouTube ads. Here's the one-click fix. This free software makes saving and analyzing ads a breeze, right? Let's say we want to run with this, right? So I might jump over here and I'll be like, I like this one. Can you give me a few bullet points? Boom, there we go. Then it's like, oh, great choice. It always tells me how good I'm doing. Anyway, it's because I'm nice to it. Anyway, so here we go. You can see like, cool. Here's some bullet points I can snag. Instantly save any YouTube ad, one-click solution, 100% free forever, blah, 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 right? So over here, there we go. And we actually have like a special bonus training, how to make on-demand affiliate sales using simple AI-created YouTube ads. It's a webinar, right? So there we go. So we basically, and you don't have to build your landing page now. I know that takes a little bit of time, but I do want you to have your copy and stuff done, right? So that being said, I did drop the Advantage Protocol Headline Helper in there, so you can snag that and answer a couple questions about your lead magnet and get a bunch of really great, proven formulas that allow you to turn the viewer into a lead, right? And so here we go. Boom. We're good to go. I like to save this in a file. That way I can, when I go to build my, or actually go save it in ChatGPT, but whatever. I like to save that. And then when it comes time for me to actually create my stuff, I just copy, paste, boom. I've got a good landing page. We're good to go, right? Obviously this is a little opt-in page here, and you do that through the pop-up, and it's like, cool, tell me where to send the bookmarker, right? So when they click this, the pop-up comes in, they can put their email here, and then that automatically puts them onto an email list, right? So we've got our landing page. I want to talk real quick about, just double check my notes here. Okay, cool. Real quick about, I talked about the follow-up emails already using ChatGPT, right? So basically what I would do here is I would come over. I've got my, the step one was the lead magnet. Then we've got our actual copy on our landing page. Obviously we need to build that out, but cool. Like now what do I need? Now in this same chat, because it already knows what my lead magnet and everything is, I ask, can you, yes, give me a strong call to action, right? Cool. So it'll give us a couple calls to action, whatever. And most of the time it's just like download now, right? Or whatever, right? That part's pretty simple. It's what you put on your button, right? So cool. And then I like to say, thank you. Thanks for that. Obviously, thank you, ChatGPT. And then I like to say, I need help writing an email sequence for following up with the prospects, with the leads, and selling them Video Ad Vault. And then I can just say Video Ad Vault. There we go. And it will actually go through and analyze that website. Yeah. And here we go. Then it's going to spit out 5 emails for me. That extremely easy to do. Just boom, boom, boom. We're good to go. And it's going to spit out all these emails. It's like, hey, your YouTube ad saver is ready. Here's how to use it, right? Thanks for grabbing the YouTube ad. Obviously, you need to update this a little bit, but like the YouTube SIP bookmarker, with this tool, you can do this. No more complicated workarounds. Here's how to start using it now. Insert quick start guide or video, right? Now, my quick start video is basically, and I'll just show you, let me see here. Where is it? It might be in a different funnel. But basically, based on that, I would then think, I'd be like, okay, cool. I need a quick start video showing how to use the bookmarker. So I would do a quick screen recording and just be like, oh, cool, you got your bookmarker. Here's what you've got, right? Or like, here's how it works. And then right after that, and we've done this already, but basically in that quick start video, I'm like, cool, it's one thing to save the ads that you have. It's another thing to be able to tap into over 2.2 million unique YouTube ads and landing pages with a searchable database, blah, 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 right? And then obviously it kind of ties into here. And then in that video, I'm just going to pitch Video Ad Vault again, right? And again, I'm pitching it on the thank you page is probably going to have that as well. And this would probably just link back to the thank you page. So anyway, we can kind of edit these up. I don't want to spend too much time on this because like it's 98% done. Obviously, you need to come in, read these emails, edit them up a little bit. But here, like, hey, saving YouTube ads is step 1. Here's step 2. Again, just like I was saying in the training a little bit earlier, tie it into step 2. So now that you can save your YouTube ads, what's next? Well, you might be wondering, how do I find the best ads to save? Which ones are actually working? How do I use this to improve my campaign? That's where Video Ad Vault comes in. Boom, couple key bullet points, check it out, right? So pretty cool stuff. This literally whips all of these up. And then what we can do here is we can come back over here and you can go to automations. And this works in Limitless Authority, but kind of here's what I've got for like, a YouTube ad script, right? So this is one of the ones we just recently rolled out. I used ChatGPT to write these emails for me. And of course, we got a blank screen. Give me 1 second here. Oh, come on. Okay, cool. So then basically what we do, I don't know why it's saying inactive, but because it's not. Man, of course my internet does this to me when I'm trying to do a demo here. Okay, there it was. Okay, it's active. Come on. Anyway, what we do with these emails is we can either program them into limitless authority, and you can do that based on, this has email marketing built into it over here. So I've got like automations, so I can come over here. And it doesn't matter what platform you use. I've got send lane over here. Here it is. There we go. So they subscribe to the list. What list? Cool. It's the free YouTube ad script. Oh, so I clicked on a different one. My bad. Anyway, you can kind of see, right? So like email number, this is a campaign we turned off because it wasn't working because we were testing. And I was like, it's too much work. Anyway, so you can see over here, you come in, it's like welcome email number 1, and you just kind of copy and paste these into whatever email service provider you're using. And you can kind of see, here's what it looks like. Cool, you got your custom YouTube ad script. This one turned out to be a lot of work because we were writing custom scripts for people. So we were like, hey, it's not worth it. Let's do something a little easier, right? Anyway, we've got our emails. We literally copy and paste them. Boom, we're good to go, right? So then what happens is when somebody jumps into our email sequence, they subscribe to a list. Day 1, they get an automated email that instantly goes out and says, hey, here's your lead magnet, right? We deliver that in email number 1. Email number 2, it's a video ad vault pitch. There's a 2-day wait because we had like something in between where we had to give them their script, all that kind of stuff. And it's like, cool, now that you got your script, here's what to do, right? And then it pitches video ad vault. Then we wait 1 day, and you can basically set all this kind of stuff up where you're like, wait 1 day, send an email. So everything is automated, right? So we don't have to go out and manually send all of these emails. Everything is automated so that it all happens automatically, right? That's what automated means. So that's exactly what we're doing there, right? So we've got our opt-in page, then we have our thank you page, right? So there's a couple things I want to talk about on the thank you page. And that is basically, there's a couple things here. And let me pull up my iPad real quick. I'm going to draw something out for you. Hopefully it's not blurry. Let me see here. Advanced. Come on. There we go. And iPad via cable. Okay. So here's how this is going to work real quick, right? iPad pencil. Okay, cool. So the way that our campaigns work is we have a YouTube video, right? So we have our YouTube video right here. So this is our ad. That ad plus targeting, right? And we'll get to targeting in a second here. That ad goes to our landing page, right? So this is our landing page with our email opt-in, right? From there, there's 2 things are going to happen. 1, somebody's not going to opt in, and 2, they're going to opt in. So I've got yes, they opt in, or no, they don't opt in. If they opt in, we have our thank you page, right? So we've got our thank you page right there. Is that blurry for everybody? I want to see. I'm curious. Hopefully it's not, but right on. Finally. So I said I love technology, then we got all blurry. So, okay, cool. And then if they say no, we are going to add them to a retargeting list, right? Because we know that they've already clicked on the ad. We know they're interested. Something on the landing page lost them, right? So that's kind of the whole thing here. And then that retargeting list is going to go to another ad. And then this is a little more advanced, but like landing page number 2, right? With a little bit of different copy. And so they do that, and then they can see landing page number 2, right? If you want. I do not do this in the beginning, so don't worry too much about it, but I just want to explain that is what you can do, right? And then, if they say yes to landing page number 2, they're hit the thank you page, right? So with Google Ads, there's a couple of things we need in order to, number 1, build that retargeting list, right? So we got to build that retargeting list. And then also, we need to let Google know when they hit that thank you page, that counts as a conversion. right? And what it's kind of going to look like, let me just show you real quick over here. You can see right here, like submits lead form, right? So this knows that like, yeah, cool. People have submitted the lead form here. And then we also want to track sales, right? So here's our campaign. Yesterday, it made a $1,200 and whatever, $1,300 sale off of this, spending $270. We sold an annual license to Video AdVol right here. This is a new campaign we're testing. So it's still kind of optimizing. Oh, wait, I am not sharing the right screen. Forgot I had to switch. Okay, there we go. Cool. Okay, so over here, right? This is the whatever. We're getting these purchases and opt-ins. So we need a way that Google knows that yes, you got a conversion from this specific ad, right? So the way that we're going to do that is we are going to come over here to tool goals, and conversions. I'm going to go to summary, right? So in your Google Ads account, you can set up a conversion action, right? So this is like a website, a phone call, whatever. So we've got our website right here. What am I even sending people to? Let me see here. That would have been, oh, that's a workflow. Duh, those aren't sites. I see. Okay, so here's our 25 ads lead magnet, for example, right? So we've got this. Basically, what's going to happen is somebody's going to hit this page, right? They're going to get our swipe file. Now, this is not a conversion. If they see this page, it is not a conversion. I want people to click this and opt in. Now, here we go. I want access today. So what's going to happen is we have a thank you page after they opt in, and it's like, cool, you got your lead magnet. Now, when somebody hits this page, the only way, and you can see here's the offers that we're selling, right? $12.97 a year. So cool. So or $137 a month, right? So this is our thank you page. The only way somebody's going to see this is if they actually opt in, right? So let me jump back over to my other screen again. Cable, there we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, so what do we need to do that, right? Well, we are going to need, let me pick purple, okay? So we're going to need a couple of things. In order to build a retargeting list, we're going to need a retargeting pixel here. And then on our thank you page, we're going to need a conversion pixel. Right? Because Google knows that if somebody comes from this ad here, and they hit our page and then they've hit our thank you page, that counts as an opt-in. So we need to create these things and put them on these pages, right? So I'm going to show you exactly how to do that right now. Let's see here. Man, I got to get one of those cool switchboards or whatever where you can just like press a button and it switches things. Those things are super cool. Okay, so basically step number 2, I need a conversion tracking pixel. And step number 1, I need a retargeting pixel, right? So we come over here to Google Ads and let's just set one of these up real quick. Where was that? Here we go. Learn.tubesift.com. So that's our main domain, whatever, blah, blah, blah. This is not that important. It's going to scan this. It's whatever. And then we're just going to save and continue. But I'm just going to put my domain in there. So wherever you have your traffic going, we set that up. And then I'm going to add a conversion action manually, right? And I'm going to call this swipe file. I'm going to call this delete me so I don't mess up our account and make things too confusing. But let's see. So this is going to be 25 ad opt-in. Right? So something like that, you just want to name it. And then the category. Well, what is this? Well, this is obviously somebody submitting a lead form or signing up or whatever. So I'm just going to go submit lead form. And I'm going to say, use the same value. I'm going to just say it's 1, right? Because 1 opt-in is going to be 1 for me, right? So from here, I want to count 1 opt-in, not every one. So like if you're counting every purchase, so like maybe you're able to sell like the same product to the same person multiple times, I would count every. But over here, I'm just going to go 1, right? Because it's an opt-in. I only like if somebody opts in 5 times, I don't want that showing up as 5 conversions. It's really just one. It's one person, right? So kind of keep that in mind. Don't worry about that, and then we'll click done, right? So then we're just going to go over here to settings, right? Oh wait, sorry, we're not going to go to settings. We're going to go save and continue. Then we're going to go to tag setup, okay? See event snippet. So there's a couple things. There's 2 parts to a conversion. To a conversion, right? And so let me actually close this and click done, because for some reason it doesn't show up unless you do that. And then let me come over to submit lead form, delete me 25 ad opt-in. Perfect. So I'm going to click on that. And then I'm going to go to the tag setup. So there's 2 parts. So install the tag yourself. The Google tag. Now, what makes a conversion tracking pixel is 2 specific things. Number 1 is the Google tag, and number 2 is the event snippet. You need both of these together, right? So the Google tag, this is your remarketing tag, right? So I'm just going to copy this remarketing tag, and I'm going to put it on page number 1. So here's page number 1. I'm going to click edit, and you can actually, depending on your software, like I can come over here to settings, and we actually have that Google tag on every single page, right? So it's just right here. This is going to inject that on every single page throughout your funnel. So it's kind of going to depend on, ClickFunnels does the same thing, right? If I come over here to ClickFunnels, I can like do the exact same thing in the settings. And a lot of these funnel builders will have this. So it doesn't really matter what you're using, but you can just put head tracking code. So I can just be like, cool, I want my global site tag or my Google tag on every single page. So basically it's funnel wide. So it's going to automatically put that in the header. So we're good to go. We save that. Boom. Cool, right? Okay, same thing with limitless authority or high level, whatever. I put my head tracking code there. That's going to put it on every single page. And that is essentially our remarketing pixel. And I'll show you how to set up that list in a second here as well. From there, we need our event snippet. Now, the event snippet is just going to go on the thank you page. So I'm going to copy that. And remember, the only way that somebody is going to see step number 2 is if they opt in, right? So I'm going to edit this specific page. This was actually a different one we tried, but whatever. Let me go back. I'll put it on the right one. So I'm going to edit this page. And over here in the tracking code, right here, I'm just going to paste this, right? Anyway, so we already have one here, but I'm just going to paste that just like that. Event snippet for, here you go, right? So I'm going to save that. I'm not going to save that because we're literally running traffic to this right now. So I'm not going to save that, but you're going to put it in the head of your page. Now, what's going to happen is every time somebody sees one of your thank you page, it's going to fire off something back to Google that's going to then say, hey, this was a conversion. Let's track that, right? And then what's going to happen is Google's going to start to optimize. They're going to start to see these are the types of people that are opting in. These are the types of people that we want more of. And then the machine learning will go to work for you, and your campaigns will start to optimize based on who is most likely to opt in, right? So over the course of like a week, Google starts to learn as conversions are going through, and then they'll be like, okay, cool. These are more of the people we want. And then you get to tap into all of that data they have, and they'll start serving you better and better buyers, right? So it's a really cool thing, and it's extremely important to put this on all your pages, right? The second thing we're going to want to do is come over here to tools and a shared library. We'll go to the audience manager, and you're going to create a retargeting list of everybody that's hit your opt-in page, right? If it loads. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna come over here, I'm gonna go website visitors. And I'm gonna name this like visits 25 ad landing page, right? Cool. This is cool. They just added this. So it's like, what types of customers do you want? Well, obviously I want purchasers or whatever, or all customers. So you can do this. It's optional. This is a new thing. But I want people that are going to buy, right? So I want purchasers. I want people that are going to purchase. These aren't purchasers, actually. Sorry. What these are is they're people that visited or disengaged customers, right? So you're going to name this. Sorry, I was thinking about the targeting. We'll talk about targeting in a minute here. We're making a retargeting list right now. So this is optional. You can basically just like define this as a group. So these might be disengaged or whatever, like, signups, obviously these are essentially cart abandoners, right? These are people that hit our page and did not, this is like just popped up, by the way. So that's why I'm like, what is this? So these are people that didn't take action. I'm just going to leave that blank for this one, so don't worry about that. Visitors of a web page, right? So I want people that visited a web page in the last 30 days, and I'm going to click refine action. And then I'm going to come back over here, and I am going to go to this first page right here. So this is the actual landing page URL, and I'm just going to paste that right here. Boom. So we've set up our retargeting list here. And so it's people that hit this page and did not, oh, here it is. No, not or, sorry. So I want people that hit this page, and I'm going to refine this to, why is that not? Oh, there we go. So sorry, I want to exclude people who did opt in. My bad. Okay. So we've got people that hit this web page. I always do that every single time since they moved it down. So people that visit this web page but did not visit the thank you page, right? Because I don't want to retarget people that already opted in. I don't want to spend money on that. I already have those people on my email list. So I can come over here to step 2, and I can then exclude people that hit step 2, right? That's it. So there we go. So now I've set up my retargeting list of visits, but didn't opt in. Right? Cool. And there we go. Pre-fill from 30 days. I already have the tag on there. We're good. So I'm going to create that segment. You don't have to do anything with that. It's going to start to populate. I just recommend you set that up before you start running your ads, because you may as well be building this retargeting list. Those people were interested enough to click but didn't opt in. You can always follow up with them later with a different landing page, but you should at least be building these things here, right? So that's kind of what, does that make sense to everybody? I just want to make sure we're good to go there. So up until this point, we have, boom, let me just make sure we're good to go here. Set up our landing page, set up our thank you page. We've got our emails ready to go. Boom. Set up our conversion tracking pixel. And yeah, I want to give everybody a quick break real quick so that they can then go in and set up their conversion tracking pixel. So you can get your conversion tracking pixel set up. I'm going to give you a real quick rundown one more time of how to do that. So in your Google Ads account, you go goals, conversions, summary, right? And then you click create conversion action. So I just want you to set up your conversion tracking pixel as like an opt-in. And then also, if you're selling something, you probably want to have a conversion tracking pixel on that. So we've got like video ad vault purchase, right? Oh, this is one day, yeah. So, VAV purchase, right? So here we go. We have that here, and this is also set up. So I've set up a conversion action for every single step. And then obviously this video ad vault purchase is going to go on the thank you page of somebody signing up for video ad vault, because the only way that we want that conversion pixel to fire is if somebody has actually purchased, right? And so what that's going to do is it's going to allow us to come through and look at all of our campaigns, right? And, day by day, and you can change the dates up here, all that kind of stuff, or whatever. This is just yesterday. You can see right here. And this is how we start to figure out which of our campaigns is working and how we really scale, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. We spent $270 yesterday, but we also made a $1,300 sale. Pretty solid. Like, you can't beat that. I will do that all day, every day, right? So here we go. So obviously, it took like 20 opt-ins to make one sale. So I know that my thank you page is converting at 5%, right? Not terrible for a recurring software. I am totally cool with that. And so that'll start to give you some data. And that's why it's so important for you to actually set up your conversion tracking pixels and be able to do that, because you want to make sure that you have everything tracked, that you have actual data to go off of so you can make informed decisions about what ads to scale, which ones not to, all that good stuff. So let's see. Do I use third-party tracking? Yeah, we do. We use Hyros. A little more expensive than a beginner. I've been a member. I was in Becker's mastermind for a long time, so I got like super early access, and I think we're in at like 200 a month, but I think like maybe it starts at like 500 a month, so it's not cheap. You do not need third-party tracking, specifically when you are going like opt-in to a thank you page. Like there's like virtually no drop-off there as far as leads go, so you don't have to have that, but we do use that. And I do have a ClickMagick account as well, and we're playing around with that. That's a good one too. I mean, there's a lot of options, but honestly, if you're just getting started, I would not worry about a third-party tracking software. If you're spending a ton of money, cool. But if you're not, it's not a huge deal. Like we have a lot of touch points, everything from blog posts to emails, and we've been doing this a while. If you're getting your first campaign off the ground, do not worry about a third-party tracking system. Just go and set up, basic tracking. And you'll know, here's how much I'm paying per opt-in. Here's how much I'm paying per sale. Like we're literally tracking a couple of things. You don't need to get too in depth there. Yeah, but ClickMagick's legit. I know those guys, and it's an awesome software. They're all great. So, oh yeah, if you have a tool that captures contact info for site visitors like we do, you should definitely set that up. And that's not really what we're covering on this. I can cover some of that and some of the more advanced stuff, but for now, we're not going to be talking about that. That's going to be kind of like over quite a few people's heads. I don't want to confuse everybody. We're just getting our ads set up. But there are other softwares out there that you can pixel the page and you can collect emails of people that don't opt in. But again, don't worry about that right now. That is a little more, that's deeper than we want to go. So let's take a quick 5-minute break again, because we're closing on another hour here. So let's take a quick 5-minute break. I want everybody to set up their ad pixels or their conversion tracking pixels. Even if you don't put them on your landing page yet, what I like to do, I'll just show you a document here that I use. So here's here's basically what I do. Let me just share this screen here. So what I like to do is I use note files on my computers, and I actually use Notability. This is an older one, but basically I make a really unique title for it. No, just kidding. So I'll list out before we go live with all of these. What I like to do is I'm like, okay, here's my video ads, right? Here's all my YouTube videos, and we'll get to those in the next step. We're about to craft our ads and all that kind of stuff, so don't worry there. But there we go. So we've got our video ads, and then I take my funnel steps, and I'm like, okay, here's my opt-in page, right? And this is obviously the YouTube ad bookmarker that we were talking about a little earlier. So I will take that URL and I will put it in a note file, right? And then I will list everything that I need. So on that page, I need my global site tag. And I like to organize things this way just to keep everything, it's just easier for me. So I'm like, okay, cool, here's my site tag, right? Perfect. Then I've got thank you page or upsell number 1. So that's this page right here. And this is exactly what I was talking about. This is the page I was looking for. This is okay, cool. You got the bookmarker. Here's how you use it, right? And basically I just say, cool, here's your bookmarker tutorial. I have a quick 2-minute video showing them how to use it. And then I say, what do I say? I don't know. Let's see. But it's another thing to be able to find all of the ads. Yeah, what if you can find all the ads? Just like I was talking about, right? So I'm like, cool. And then I roll into a video ad vault demo on my thank you page, right? So again, that's what I'm always trying to make an offer on my thank you page. And then this is basically, hey, you get video ads cracked for free when you sign up for Video Ad Vault. It's a $9.97 bonus. No thanks, I don't want to know. Take me to the bookmarker, right? And then I let them download it, right? So, and one thing I wanted to talk about on the thank you page is there's a couple of ways that you can deliver the lead magnet. Number 1, you can just be like, hey, it's only in your email. Number 2, I want people to have this bookmarker Even if they gave me a fake email, I'd rather them install it because it's beneficial for us. And it also, like in here, it has links to Video Ad Vault and everything. So, or it's supposed to. I don't know where that went, but oh, there it is. My stuff's loading really slow. So I have like links to Video Ad Vault in here. So there's multiple ways for me to follow up with them, and so I like to deliver it on the thank you page. But you can also be like, hey, check your email. That's where the lead magnet's going to be. Right. But do keep in mind, you only get like one chance at a first impression. So if you say you're going to give somebody something, make sure you deliver on that promise. You don't want to burn that trust, right? And make sure it makes sense, right? So yeah, just a heads up there, right? So I wanted to kind of cover that. Let's see. So yeah, let's take a real quick break. I'm gonna top off my coffee real quick too. And then we will, when we come back, where are we at here? Oh wait, let me show you the rest of what I had there. Sorry. I got a little distracted with this. Okay, so like I said, I've got my thank you page right here. And I've got my global site tag, right? That needs to be on there. And then my event snippet, which is these two things together are my conversion tracking pixel, right? So that's what I do. I like to list out my pages and then be like, here's everything that needs to go on those. And then I have a Google Tag Assistant right here. And so this is, if you just look up Google Tag Assistant, it's right here. It's a Chrome extension. You can install this right here, but I already have it installed. And so essentially what this is going to do is on my thank you page, so I can come over to my list of things, you want to check and make sure that your pixels are on these pages. There's two ways to do this. You can inspect the source code. That sucks. Don't do that. But you can click this Tag Assistant right here. And you can see, here we go. Here's all of my Google tags, right? So I've got, and we're actually using, here it is. This is a Google Tag Manager, so whatever. But it's going to show right here, bookmarker opt-in, right? So it's going to send back to Google that somebody has opted in. And so I can just quickly check that and know, yes, my pixel is set up correctly. So not too, not too complex there. Google Tag Assistant, great thing. And we're good to go there. So, Cool. So yeah, let's take a quick 5-minute break. We'll come back at 108. So to 308. And then we will get into the actual video creation, which will be quick and simple using some AI tools. And then we're going to set up our ads. We're actually going to build our ads out, build our audiences, all that good stuff, and then be ready to launch. So I will see you all in 1 second here, and we'll go from there. Let me pull up a timer.